Happy birthday, everybody. Welcome to Seriously, where we take cereals seriously. My name is Alex, and I eat and review hundreds of cereals a year in order to help you get the most out of your cereal experience. Today on Seriously, we are continuing our holiday episodes with a holiday cereal showdown, as we're pitting 4 contenders against each other in the category of sugar cookie cereals. Now, let me say right off the bat, sugar cookie as a flavor seems ripe for being a total cop-out. An excuse for making something simple and sweet and very cheap, which I'm sure cereal companies love. But if you've ever had those frosted sugar cookies that come in those, plastic holders, you also know that sugar cookies can be delectable and fun. And connecting sugar cookies to the Christmas season makes absolute sense. Rolling out sugar cookies, cutting them into fun Christmas shapes, and then decorating them beautifully to give to family and friends is something I think we can all get behind. So the question for these cereals then is how well they avoid just being cheap, sweet cereal and how much they can capture the true holiday magic. This will come as no surprise to any regular viewers of Seriously, but to me, I believe that there will be one defining ingredient that makes all the difference in today's showdown, and that is salt. The difference in cookies, and in cereals for that matter, between bland and delicious is just the right amount of zippy salt to offset the saccharine sweetness. So let me show you our 4 contenders for today. First we have Sugar Cookie Toast Crunch from General Mills. These are the same shape and makeup as regular Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but seem to be missing the cinnamon. We'll have to wait and see if that's the only difference. Second, we have the Elf on the Shelf Sugar Cookie Cereal. Now, I tried both of these last year. This one was part of my favorite Seriously episode ever, my Elf on the Shelf episode. But at that time, I didn't compare either of these to other sugar cookie cereals. Also, I can't remember what ratings I gave them and purposely didn't look back, so this could be as fresh as possible. I will say that this one could have a leg up because these have marshmallows, which could bring some of the frosting taste of sugar cookies into the mix. That would be great if it's true. Third, we have a contender that marches to the beat of its own drum. Here it is. Magic Spoon Sugar Cookie Cereal. Now, this one is the odd man out because Magic Spoon is, of course, a keto cereal. It contains no grains, no gluten, and most ironically, no sugar. You gotta have some real balls to make sugar cookie cereal with no sugar in it. Will this be a little unfair then in comparison to these sugar-full cereals? We're gonna have to find out together. Finally, I have one more strange one. Uncle Crumble's Sugar Cookie Granola. Is granola a cereal? I think sometimes it is. We've reviewed granolas before on this channel, so this may be a little bit off the beaten path, but I thought it would be fun to throw into the mix anyway. And now that you've seen the lineup, let me ask, what do you think? I'd love for you to let me know in the comments if you've tried these cereals, what you thought. Or if you haven't tried any of them, let me know if you think that there's one of these that you might pick up. Because maybe you've got the same questions as me. Are any of these going to rise above the others and become the obvious sugar cookie champion? Or are these all just lame excuses to have the bare minimum flavors and ingredients during the holiday season? Friends, it's time to eat some cereal. Hey, if you made it this far in the video, you're helping make this a very Merry Christmas for me. I really appreciate it. Would you do me one more favor? Would you like this video? That would really help me out. All right, I think I am ready. I have got my bowls, I got my spoon, I have got my milk, and I have got the 4 sugar cookie contenders, which will either be wonderful and fantastic, or will be bland and boring and a cheap cop-out by the manufacturers. We'll have to see. I am hoping for the former. Can't remember which one I said in order. I think we should start with the one that I introduced first, Sugar Cookie Toast Crunch. Let's open this up, see what it looks like in a bowl. Instantly, I am missing the cinnamon, at least in the cinnamon color, because on normal Cinnamon Toast Crunch, they have like a brown swirl. These just have nothing. They're just plain. Is it going to hold up with one less ingredient? Maybe it's not just one less ingredient. Maybe they added some vanilla or butter flavor or something that's going to make it taste like a cookie. Only one way to find out. Let's try Sugar Cookie Toast Crunch from General Mills Dry. Uh-oh, my worst fear has already come true. It is just sweet. It's very sugar forward, which of course you'd expect it to be, but that's all it has to offer, and that's not that much. Pros is definitely that it has the great crunch of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So there's a nostalgia there with even the texture in your mouth, but then you're waiting for the cinnamon to hit because your brain is used to that when you're eating this cereal, and it just doesn't come. Let's put some milk on this to see if that does it any favors. Let's try Sugar Cookie Toast Crunch in milk. Okay, that did a little bit of something. It brought out a mild butteriness. Again, not enough zingy salt, but there was something there. Let me give it one more try. They definitely added a flavor that's underneath the sugary, powdery coating layer, and it has sort of a fake bakedness to it, sort of a cookie-ish buttery taste to it. Nice try, but it's not great. Now, I'm going to hold off giving these number reviews till the end, so I'm just going to log how I felt about this, which wasn't great, and put it to the side. Let's try the next one in line. Elf on a Shelf Sugar Cookie Cereal. Well, they went for a totally different shape and color, but of course that makes sense because all Elf on a Shelf cereals are this star shape. So this one is green and red for Christmas, and I don't know if you tracked with it as I was pouring it in. It started with almost no marshmallows, and then finally a bunch of marshmallows fell in, so it redeemed itself right at the end of the pour. Now I gotta say, these marshmallows are tiny, and I don't know if they're gonna do what I need them to do of bringing some frosting flavor to this. I trust they're going to give it their best shot, but they just might not have enough girth to do anything. Well, let's give this a try. Let's try the Elf on the Shelf Sugar Cookie Cereal. Well, these taste pretty lame, but in direct comparison to the Sugar Cookie Toast Crunch, they had a lot more flavor. There's something way more cookie-ish happening here, maybe because they didn't need to have any connection to some other cereal. They could just make it more of a flat-out sugar cookie frosted taste. I gotta say, I only had a couple marshmallows in my little fingies there when I tried it, but they did nothing at all. So maybe in milk they'll plump up. Is that how Marbits work? Let's give a try to the Elf on the Shelf Sugar Cookie Cereal in milk. Oh my. Oh no. Huh. What am I tasting there? Let me give it one more go before I even say anything. Huh. Well, very similar to the Sugar Cookie Toast Crunch, there was another flavor underneath just the frosting. But what that flavor was way worse. It's kind of a fake punchy vanilla that they've tried to put on here, but it's so sterile, so manufactured tasting. It just doesn't taste good. Maybe if I hadn't had it in direct comparison and contrast to another sugar cookie cereal, I wouldn't have noticed. No, I probably would have noticed this. Well, I may be eating my words though, because next in line is barely a cereal at all. How could this even call itself a cereal? Because it's the idea of a cereal without anything that actually makes cereal being inside of it. And they went farther and put the word sugar into the title. Wow. It's not easy to open even. Whoa. Talk about like an artificial vanilla smell. That is crazy. Looking at it, it is crazy. It is a vibrant yellow, which I guess is okay. There can be yellowish tones to a sugar cookie. On the box, it shows that these loops have little speckles of color on them, as if they're intending to be like sprinkles on the O's. In the bowl itself, those sprinkles are almost non-existent, barely able to be seen. I guess there are some tiny flecks on there, but give me a break. Let us dive in with both feet and give these a try. Let's try Magic Spoon sugar, but not really, sugar cookie cereal. Wow, this is some wacky stuff. First of all, it crumbles to bits and disappears in your mouth immediately. Again, it has no grains in it. It is made of different protein isolates. Ironically, the artificial sugars that they had to use to bring the sweetness to this do make it a little zippier, a little tangier, which I was looking for instead of just the pure sweetness of those other ones. Maybe we're giving it an advantage over what normal keto eaters would experience, but we're putting milk on it, baby. All right, now let us give a try to Magic Spoon sugar cookie cereal in milk. Well, it's super gross, but I'm trying to give it the benefit of the doubt because it is a keto protein cereal. This surely is the best they could do. It's still bad. Plus, you got to know, this cost more than twice the amount of those family-sized boxes of the regular sugar cereals. So unless you are committed to your keto lifestyle and need a sugar cookie hit, I would not encourage anyone to pick this stuff up. One more we got to try. Another one that's not normal cereal, which is a granola from Uncle Crumbles. Have you ever heard of this place? Neither had I until I looked up sugar cookie cereals online, and this was down the list of things that came up. So let's give this a try. How do I even open it up? Oh, it's a rip situation. Well, as I was pouring it in, I saw a few glimpses of color in there. There's like some sprinkles in there. Way, way more visible and vibrant than the Magic Spoon fake sprinkles. Let's try Uncle Crumble sugar cookie granola. Well, I am frozen in shock by how little flavor this has, other than straight down the gullet sugar. I don't taste any salt, any vanilla, any butter, any bakedness, anything that would give me a sugar cookie connection. Let's give a try to Uncle Crumbles sugar cookie granola in milk. Well, once again, that very much helped it out. For each of these cereals, milk was a real benefit. In this case, thankfully what it did was reduce some of that pure sweetness and really brought out the granola-ness a little bit more. Let me give it one more try. I'm especially interested in seeing if I can taste any of these little sprinkles they have inside of here. No, I could not taste any sort of sprinkle at all. So those are a waste of time other than adding some color. This one, more than any of the others, could absolutely have used some salt. Our troubles are over. Let's bring them all back so that we can see them all in one place. Let's talk comparisons. Let's talk ratings. I have to give it to Magic Spoon. They are fighting the good fight, trying to convince people around the world that this is palatable or consumable as a cereal. Maybe we'll have to do another keto cereal roundup sometime to see where the state of keto cereals is. But if this is where it is, it's not in a great place. I would give it a 0.5. Tempted to give it a 0. If this was a normal sugar-filled cereal and it tasted this bad, I would give it a 0. But gosh darn it, if they're not trying their best. Then we take a very small step up, honestly, with the Uncle Crumbles sugar cookie granola. It is so unbelievably sweet, dry, that you have got to put milk on it just to wash some of that away so you can taste granola. Let me say I will give it a 1 out of 5. And it tastes nothing like sugar cookies, so that does not help it at all. Then I think we go over here to Elf on a Shelf. There is something unique, something with the shape that I enjoyed, but then once you put milk on it, it brings out this weird, off-putting, vanilla-ish, fake baked-ish flavor that I just wanted to get out of my mouth. I know it's the cutest one, probably for kids to walk by and see that darn elf on a shelf. They might gravitate towards this, but you should say, no, children, that elf does not have your best interests in mind. I would give this maybe a 2. That's generous. Never mind. Let me take it down. I don't think it's even worth a 2. It's a 1.5. I'm looking down here and seeing these marshmallows and remembering the marshmallows did nothing. So a 1.5. Then we get to the Sugar Cookie Toast Crunch. It's gonna win this, but what is winning when you're the king of such drab losers? This is not a high point in our ratings. I'm gonna give this a high of a 2.0. In the end, is there a good sugar cookie cereal? No. We're still waiting for anything that comes close to the real goodness of holiday sugar cookies. Well, friends, we have done it all. We talked, we ate, and I'm about ready just to go out and buy some real frosted sugar cookies from Target or someplace just to make up for all of this. And for now, that's enough. If you want to try today's cereal for yourself, you can find most of them at any grocery store during the holidays, but specifically, I found the Magic Spoon cereal at Target and the Uncle Crumbles granola on Amazon. Now listen, if you haven't yet, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment with what cereal we should try together in a future episode. Until then, never be soggy, my friends. Bye-bye.